If you've ever driven out to a dark sky location and thought, I know the Milky Way is up there somewhere, but where? You're not alone. I'm going to show you exactly how to find the Milky Way in the night sky using Starwalk 2 on your phone. Once you understand this process, you'll never guess again. First, what are we actually looking for? When people say they want to find the Milky Way, they usually mean the bright galactic core. That's the dense, detailed section near Sagittarius and Scorpius. But the Milky Way is actually a band that stretches all the way across the sky. So, step one is understanding what you're looking for. A faint, cloudy band of light that arches across the sky, and depending on the time of year, the bright core may or may not be visible. For more information on that, check out my previous video on the Milky Way season. Part 1. Let's use the Starwalk 2 app. You're out at a dark sky location at night and you want to know where the core is, or even if it's visible in the night sky. To answer this question, you can use a free app called Starwalk 2. I think this is the easiest tool for beginners. Starwalk 2 has a free version and works on most smartphones. Step 1 is to set your location. When you open the app, make sure location services are turned on. If you're planning a trip somewhere else, you can manually change the location inside the app settings. Accurate location tracking is critical. The sky changes based on where you are. Step 2 is to open the app and hold your phone up facing the sky. Tap the compass icon on the top left and let the phone orient itself. Then move the phone around, pointing it at different areas of the night sky. If the Milky Way core is in the sky already, you will see this bright band on your phone. If you aren't sure, you can also search for the Scorpius or Sagittarius constellations or the bright star Antares. Part of these constellations are in the core. When you tap the results, the app will highlight the region in the sky and show you exactly where it is relative to your horizon. Step 3 is use AR mode. If you're physically outside at night, you can use the augmented reality mode. Point your phone at the sky. Move slowly until you are facing the Milky Way core. Then tap the phone icon at the top right of the screen. The app then overlays the constellations and the Milky Way band on your real sky view. This is extremely helpful for beginners. But remember, phones can drift slightly and get out of alignment, so always double check by identifying nearby constellations like Scorpius or Sagittarius. Let's say that the core isn't visible, but you want to know when it will be visible. That brings us to step 4, adjust the time slider. This is one of the most powerful features. To access it, tap anywhere on the screen and drag your finger. You should see the camera icon at the top right becomes a clock. Tap the clock and you will see the current date and time appear. You will also see a scale on the right of the screen. Tap the hour, then place your finger on the scale and slide up slowly. This will raise the hour. Slide until the app shows it is night. Then search around the sky by sliding your finger horizontally across the phone screen. If the Milky Way is visible at that time, you will see it on your screen. If it still isn't visible, slide the timescale a few hours later and repeat. In my video on Milky Way season, I give some general times of night for the Milky Way visibility depending on the month. Use the current month and those rules to accurately set your time. So let's say that this is June, and I know from my rules that the Milky Way is generally visible most of the night, and it gets fully dark in my location around 10 p.m. So I would set my time for 10 p.m. and look for the Milky Way rising in the east. If it isn't visible yet, I will push the time later until I see the Milky Way rise. Now I know exactly when the Milky Way will be visible on this night. Using this tool, we can use the time control to scroll forward or backward. You can see when the core rises, how high it gets, and when it sets. If you see the core below the horizon at 9 p.m., slide forward in time to see when it becomes visible. This is how you plan instead of guessing. You can also jump to a specific day and time by holding down on the clock icon until a menu pops up. Set the day and time of your next dark sky excursion and then adjust until you see the Milky Way. Under a truly dark sky, the Milky Way is not subtle. It's a visible, cloudy river stretching across the sky. I personally don't use red lights. They ruin photos. Instead, I use a dim white light and keep my screen brightness down. Let me save you some frustration. Here are some common mistakes to avoid. Don't try to see the core during a bright moon phase. It won't happen. Don't look too early in the season at nightfall expecting to see the core. It will only be visible in the early morning hours. Don't face the wrong direction. In the northern hemisphere, the core rises in the southeastern sky and is in the southern sky most of the night during the summer months. Don't look for the core in areas with too much light pollution. Get away from city lights and even try to avoid campground bathroom lights or street lights. Find a nice dark view of the sky. Even the best apps and planning cannot overcome those factors. If you want more detailed instructions on how to use these and other apps, check out my Milky Way in Motion course in the link below. It will walk you through my entire planning process. Even if you don't join the course, I don't want to leave you on your own. So make sure you download my free quick start checklist before you head out to capture your Milky Way photos. This checklist has the settings and steps to capture your own night sky photos and is optimized to use on your phone over and over. You'll find it using the link in the description. Please subscribe and check out my other videos. Until next time, take care and clear skies.